Farming Simulator 25 website update number 2 is here, and we have some new equipment, some more new equipment to show you guys today. If you missed episode 1, make sure you go back and check that out. Don't worry, I'll leave a link down below for you guys. Otherwise, we have some more new equipment to take a look at today that was not shown last week. Starting off in vehicles, and we're going to start our journey in John Deere. Now, last week we talked about the 3650. However, this week, the 6R 175 215 and medium tractors has been added to the website. Another tractor added was the John Deere 7R. Now, we knew about the 7R. I'm not sure if we've seen the 6R before, but the 7R for sure, which can be found in large tractors, of course. And there's your power. Next up from Kubota, we have the RTV XG850 Sidekick. This is the little two-seater, and we actually have this in Farm Sim 22 as well. There's your details on this guy. But if you want to hold more people, you need to go with this one, the RTV X140-0WH. Found in Cars and Bikes. Again, very, very excited about that. I love that bikes is being added to that. And of course, there's your details. Another piece added to the website today was the R640. This is a front-loader vehicle. Again, something that we already have. It's something that we have been using for about 2 years now in Farm Sim 22. But hey, great news. It's coming back and it's going to be part of the base game, meaning that players and modders alike will be able to mod stuff like this. That's all the Kubota that's been added to the website today, but there are more coming, and we know that for a fact. Something we got a fact sheet of today was the Lizard Dragon. Now, this is the first lizard piece of equipment that has been added to the website. So, before this, we actually didn't know if Lizard would be coming back, and I kind of thought the Giants were getting away from that. But hey, it is here between 3,500 and 7,600 liter capacity and 170 horsepower. I do have some great news though. Mac is coming back. This is another one. We didn't know if Mac was going to be returning for Farm Sim 25. Yes, 2 thumbs up. It is. We've got the Anthem 6x4 here, which is the first Mac to be announced, but there could be more, so keep a lookout next Friday. Massey Ferguson's got a new addition, the MF5700S, which can be found in small tractors. Again, another piece of equipment that we're familiar with, but hey, it is great to see this returning for Farm Sim 25. Last week we saw the New Holland T7. However, this week we've got the T8, the T8 Genesis series, which can be found in large tractors. And there is your details. One of my favorite tractors, and I know a big fan favorite from you guys as well. Additionally, the L318 skid steer loader will be returning as well, and there is your power. Another piece of equipment that should look familiar to you is the Ropa Nararo mouse, which can be found in miscellaneous. This is something that can pick stuff up off the ground and kind of send it through a belt system and drop it off. I think I used something similar to this to unload like silage clamps and stuff like that back in Farm Sim 17 when the Ropa DLC first released, and well, I'm sure you'll be able to find something cool to use it for in 25. That's it for our tractors. Let's move over to harvesters now, and DeWolf has been added to the website. Here is the P3CL Profi Vegetable Harvester, 80 horsepower required, and this is going to harvest at 0.8 meters. If you don't feel like adding pallets though, well then you want this one, the GBC, which was shown off in the Asian map preview. This one 100 horsepower, 0.8 meter working with as well, with a capacity on this one 5,500 liters. This is definitely the one to start with. Here's something we got a fact sheet of today, but it has been added to the website as well, the Iseki HJ6130 rice harvester. Now remember, this is only going to be doing your regular rice or wet rice. The dry rice stuff, that's going to be done with your combine harvester. So this is only doing one type of rice, not both. Hey, if you need any more information on this, go check out the fact sheet video released. Last week we got to see the New Holland CR11 and the header to go along with it. However, this week we've got our forage harvester. This is the FR780 forage harvester. It's probably something you guys are familiar with or something similar to this. Well, hey, it's coming back. Along with that, we have the 130 FB header. This is going to be doing your poplars. Even though most people, I think, just bell them at this point, you could still do it this way and make wood chips. Moving away from harvesters and jumping over to equipment from Bomag, we've got a couple things to go on the back of slurry takers. These are in the shop category, slurry tools. Also something that's new here, we have the Bomag Multi-Profi 2115. If that doesn't give you an idea, 21 meter working with there. And then we also have the Multi 4XL. This one's a little bit bigger at 30 meters. Our first look at animal transport with the Fleagle NOAA TTW 1 FS25. This can be found in Animal Transport, just like it could be in Farming Simulator 17, 19, 22. And we're back again, baby. Let's go. From Grimmy, we have a couple vegetable planters. So the first one is the GF400. This is going to have a 160 horsepower requirement at 3 meter working with. Then if we jump down, we have the GF800 in vegetable planters. This one has a 270 horsepower at 6 meters. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, these are ridge markers. So you'll be needing to make ridges, which will help you with your fertilization state. Next up from Horsch, we have their Maestro 975 RX planter. This is something I believe we got to see in some early videos, but hey, here we get to see it again. 170 horsepower, 6.7 meters, 630 liter capacity, so we'll probably have a front tank with this. In Izaki, we have the PRJ 8D rice planter. This is something else that we got to see the fact sheet of today, so if you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. Man, I tell you what, the John Deere section's filling up today. First up, we have the John Deere 663R front loader. 90 horsepower is required to be running that bad boy. Then we've got our baler, the C441 round baler. 110 horsepower on that one. It's going to be making 125 centimeter round bales and wrapping them as well, which we found out during the fact sheets. Now, if we jump down even more, we've got some weights. We have a 900 kg weight. We've got a 1500 kg weight. Or 11.5, sorry, and then an 1800 kg weight, which is my favorite to put on the front of the 8R. If you have a 7R, well, you want to go with the Laforge Easy 1700, which keeps your kind of weight balanced right under the machine. This was something new, I believe, that was added with Farming Simulator 22, and I didn't quite know how it worked then, and I apologize. I know how this works now. Here's a logging tool, one of the first ones, well, second one maybe, that we've seen, the 144 ND wood transport. Job category of wood transport. Very interesting. The horse transport for Farm Sim 19 and 22 is back, the Kingston Trailers Belvedere. And the brand new, the Speedmax 560 mulcher is making a return. 130 horsepower, 5.6 meter on that one. In DjGoHam, we have the TSA 30,000, again, making a return. Slurry transport, this one. Very, very cool. 30,000 liter on there. And then we have our field tank, the Slurry Transport FRC 65. 65,000 liters of slurry. Definitely going to be fun using that one. Last week, the shop category Krone was added, but this week we have Krone Trailer. We're getting the Profile Liner. I believe this is the same trailer that we have in Farming Simulator 22 base game, and again, great to see it coming back. Also, I believe that Farming Simulator themselves have a couple versions of a trailer similar to this that they use for the Farming Simulator League and transporting things. If you haven't seen it, I've posted some selfies with those trailers. Quite a bit from the K brand. Now, people ask all the time. I'll just reiterate. I don't say the name of the brand because it sounds like a derogatory term in English, so we stay away from that because YouTube will demonetize me. So the K-branded HR6040 RCS Power Harrow. There's your specs for that guy right there. Then we go down to a planter. We have the Maxima 3 TIL. T-I-L. Is that supposed to be Maxima 3 till? I don't know. 6 meters on that guy right there. Now we're moving around. We've got mowers, the GMD 8730F. Now, this is 8.3 meter to work with, but only 120 horsepower required, which is very nice. Should make quick work. We know we're getting a front mower also, but we don't know where it is. Yeah, because there's no point to just release those mowers by themselves. That'd be dumb. Next up is the SW4014. You are very, very familiar with this one, so we're not going to talk a lot about that wrapper. And we have some forage mixers. We have the RA142, which I believe was introduced back at Farm Sim 19. And then we have the Primer 15070 straw blower. 100 horsepower required on that one. Usually you can fit a couple bales in this guy. Kverneland is also back, one of my favorite brands. Remember the Kverneland Viking DLC back at Farm Sim 19? Oh, I love that one so much. Well, fortunately, a lot of that stuff's coming back. Today we get to see 3 pieces. The Optima RS in planters, 180 horsepower, 9 meters, 2660 liters. Then we have vegetable planters. First one is the Mini Nova Rigid. Very cool there, 3 meters. And then we have the larger version, the Mini Air Nova Fold, which is a 6 meter. Massey Ferguson's making a return in the equipment section with the MF3012 in sugarcane transport. 28,000 liter capacity. It's header trailer time, and today I think we have 3 header trailers to take a look at versus the Nardi N7030. We also have the 7040 and the 6045. So we're going to be moving some really big headers. Some more new brands to the game. We have Novag with the T-Force Plus 950. This is something else that we got a fact sheet up today, so if you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. It's a hefty boy, to say the very least. One brand that I'm happy to see coming back is Paladin. We have their high dump bucket for skid steer tools, 1,284 liter capacity on that one. We also have their pallet fork for skid steers, and the bell spikes, and a wrapped bell handler, as well as a manure fork. Don't forget about the brush and log fork there. Oh yeah, and the stump grinder's coming back. Did I mention this guy right here? So this is very, very exciting. This is your rock breaker. This is going to go through and break up those rocks, so it looks like that feature is coming back as well. Super duper cool with that. And that's everything for Paladin. Next up, Pottinger. I don't know how to say this. Servo 25, which can be found in plows. That's a little guy, 1.2 meter working with on that. Then we have the Tedder, the Alpen Hit 4.4H. It's a 4.4 meter work with. It is, isn't it? Yes, it is. Then we've got one of my favorite loading wagons. I modded this thing on like day 1 at Farm Sim 22, and I'll be doing the same in 25 as well. Expect to see more of the Alpen 251. See this? 60,100. Yeah, I'm going to bump that up a little bit. We also have the Faro 4010D, which is going to hold 26,000, and that is it right now from Pottinger. Another piece of equipment from Ropa, which I feel like is in the wrong place, but maybe that's just me. This is the Mouse 5-beat loader. It kind of works the same as the other one, but a little bit larger working with. Instead of loading everything, this only loads beats. In the last one, we got to see Rudolph. However, today we've got a couple more offerings from them. First is the TDK 301 RP. This is one with 2 axles in the back, 18,500 liter capacity. I love combining that with the DK 280 because they're basically the same trailer with different wheel setups. And then we've got another one right here, the TDK 301 RA, between 18,005 and 24,005. I think our first winch is announced here, the Tajfun, I'm just kidding, Typhoon EGV65 AHK SG winch. A long way to say, hey, you need 60 horsepower to run this winch. Goodness gracious. I do love this. And great to see this brand coming back as well. More sugarcane tech, this time from TT, the Colossus 10,000. And you could guess, 20,000 liter capacity. And the last new bit in equipment, we have the Zunhammer Vibro. And lastly, in miscellaneous, the only new thing we have is Karcher. We have their HDS 918 4M, which is going to be a sprayer for you guys. It says it has 9 horsepower. Very, very cool. We also have the HDS 918 4M, another sprayer, and there's no information on that. I'm looking at both of these. They're like the same thing, right? Miscellaneous, but one has specs. Oh, that's weird. What is going on here? I'm so confused. And there you go. FS25 website update number 2 is in the books. Hey, was there anything else that you guys wanted to see? Maybe there's something you wanted to see from last week as well. I definitely recommend going and checking out that video. It's got quite a few views on it, 64,000 when I'm recording this video. So turns out you guys like this. We'll give you more of it. And if there's more of this that you want, let me know. Don't forget, FS25 is going to be available on Tuesday, November 12th, 2024 for PC, Mac, PS5, and Xbox Series. If you still have it pre-ordered, now's a good time to do that. You can check the link in the description, which will take you to pre-orders for the base game, as well as the Year 1 bundle. And if you're on consoles, don't worry, you can still pre-order there as well. If you got any questions, let me know, and make sure to check out some of the other videos on screen right now for more Farm Sim 25 coverage, including a video where I got to play the game early. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.